Hello everyone, welcome to Focal Point. This was the question asked in GATE 2016. Okay, so what we are asking here, we are asked that what will be the output of it. Okay, so we have given a count function in here, and this is our main function. So we are going to call our main function in here. In the main function, this count3 function is called. So we are going to call it a count3 function. So here n value will be copied. So 3 value will be copied inside of a integer this n and a static integer d. So this is a static local variable. So this is a local static variable, and so this value will be stored inside the static area. Okay, so this is d and this will be initialized with 1. So now we are going to print value of n. So the value of n is 3 in here, so 3 will be printed. Now what we are going to do, we are going to print our value d. So what is the value of d? So right now d is not defined in here, and that's why it will search in the static area. Okay, so this is the static area that is allocated for this count function. Okay, so only count function can access this area. Okay, no other function will be allowed to access this static local variable. Okay, so this is the static space that is allocated for count, and that's why this d will be accessed and output will be 1 in here. Okay, so now we are going to update our value of d in here. Okay, so this d is not found in this function, that's why it will go and search inside the static memory, and this will be found, and this will update the value of d in here. Okay, now it will check the condition of in here. So this condition is true, correct? Okay, so this n is greater than 1, and that's why it will going to call a count function again with the reduced value by 1, and this will call this. And now what we are going to do, this n will be 2 now. Okay, again this value will not be executed because a static memory allocated only one time and will remain in the memory for the till the program execution. Okay, so this line will not be executed. The next line is we are going to print the value of n, that is 2. So 2 will be printed, and after that we are going to print the value of d. So d will be printed in here because this is count, so this can access this memory. And after that what we are going to do, we are going to increase the value of d in here. Okay, now this condition is true, and that's why we are going to call our count function again with the reduced value by 1. So this value is called, now n is equals to 1. Okay, so this is not executed. Now printer, we are going to print the value of n, that is 1, and after that print the value of d, that is 3, and now we are going to update the value and increase the value of d by 1. So it will be 4 now. Now this condition is not true, this condition is false. Okay, so now what will be happening, this we are not going to call our function. Now we are going to print a value of d, that is 4. Okay, now this is the last line, that's why this will pop out from the memory. Now we came back to our count2 function. So we were in here, and that's why we are going to print our value of d now. So in the count function, now we are going to print the value of d, that is 4, and after that this is the last line, that's why this will pop out from the memory. Now we came back to our count3 function, and what we are going to do, we were in here, and after that this line will be executed and print the value of d, that is 4. So 4 will be printed in here. So this function will also be popped out from, because this is the last line of it. Okay, and now we came back to our main function. So this was the last line in the main function, and that's why this will also pop out from the memory, and this complete stack will be cleared, and this will be the final output. So A will be the correct option of it. So thank you so much, see you in the next video.